Princess Leonor's military training journey. How Spain's future queen is being forged through discipline, duty, and destiny. The day the princess put on a uniform and changed everything. When Princess Leonor stepped onto the training grounds wearing a military uniform instead of a royal dress, the world stopped scrolling. Cameras flashed. Social media erupted. News headlines raced across continents. In that moment, Spain's future queen was no longer just a symbol of royal tradition, she became a living image of discipline, sacrifice, and modern leadership in formation. This was not a ceremonial photo opportunity. It was the beginning of one of the most demanding chapters of her life. No tiaras. No palace comforts. Just early mornings, strict routines, physical endurance, and mental toughness. Why would a young princess, raised in privilege, choose such a challenging path? Why is her military training captivating global audiences? And what does this journey reveal about the future of monarchy itself? Princess Leonor's military training is not just preparation. It is transformation. It is the shaping of a leader who will one day represent Spain at the highest level. And it is rewriting what it means to be royal in the 21st century. Why military training matters for a future monarch. Spain's constitution designates the monarch as the symbolic commander-in-chief of the armed forces. This role is not about commanding troops in battle but about representing national unity, authority, and institutional continuity. For centuries, Spanish monarchs have undergone military preparation to understand the structure, values, and discipline of the armed forces. Princess Leonor is continuing this tradition, but in a modern context where leadership requires credibility, empathy, and knowledge of national institutions. Military training gives her leadership discipline, crisis management skills, physical resilience, emotional control, respect for service culture, understanding of national defense structures. It ensures that when she stands before soldiers as queen, she does so with experience, not just symbolism. The decision that shocked and inspired. When it was announced that Princess Leonor would undergo full military training, public reaction was immediate and intense. Some praised the decision as progressive and empowering. Others questioned whether such training was necessary in modern monarchy. But one thing was clear, interest skyrocketed. The choice sent a powerful message. This future queen would not rule from comfort. She would earn respect through effort. It also reinforced Spain's commitment to preparing its monarch through practical experience rather than ceremonial symbolism. For Leonor herself, this decision marked a turning point. Childhood ended. Leadership training began. Entering the world of military discipline. Princess Leonor's first days of military training were a dramatic shift from royal life. Gone were late mornings and controlled public appearances. Instead, she faced early wake-up calls, physical drills, strict schedules, uniform inspections, classroom military theory, team exercises, discipline protocols. Like every other cadet, she was expected to follow the same rules. No royal exceptions. This equal treatment was intentional. It ensured authenticity and reinforced the message that leadership begins with humility. Observers noted how she adapted quickly, maintaining focus and composure under pressure. Wearing the uniform, a powerful symbol. Few images have generated as much public emotion as Princess Leonor in uniform. The uniform transformed her public identity. It symbolized commitment to national service, equality with fellow cadets, readiness for responsibility, a break from royal stereotypes. For many Spaniards, seeing their future queen dressed as a trainee rather than royalty created pride and emotional connection. International audiences viewed it as a modern redefinition of monarchy. The uniform became a statement. Leadership is earned, not inherited. Physical training and mental endurance. Military training is not only about appearance, it is physically demanding. Princess Leonor participated in endurance exercises, physical conditioning, tactical drills, marching routines, field simulations. These activities challenge stamina, coordination, and mental resilience. Physical strain builds discipline. Mental endurance builds leadership capacity. Observers noticed her determination, maintaining posture and performance even during exhausting drills. This aspect of training is critical. It prepares future leaders to remain calm under pressure and to understand the physical realities faced by service members. Learning command structure and leadership hierarchy. Another major component of Leonor's training involves understanding military hierarchy. She studies command chains, strategic planning principles, operational structures, crisis coordination, decision-making frameworks. This knowledge is essential for her constitutional role. It ensures that when she interacts with military leaders as queen, she does so with informed authority rather than symbolic presence. It also teaches her how leadership functions within structured institutions. Living like every other cadet. One of the most powerful elements of Princess Leonore's training is her immersion into regular cadet life. She eats with fellow trainees. She follows the same schedules. She shares the same challenges. This experience breaks social barriers and fosters humility. For the first time in her life, Leonore experiences life without royal privileges. This environment teaches empathy, cooperation, and teamwork, qualities essential for national leadership. Public reaction and global attention. The public response to Leonore's military journey has been overwhelming. Spanish citizens expressed pride and admiration. International media praised her dedication. Social platforms amplified her images and progress updates. Why such intense interest? Because people rarely see royalty in physically demanding environments. The contrast between royal identity and military discipline creates powerful storytelling. It humanizes monarchy. It creates authenticity. And it makes leadership relatable. A female heir breaking traditions. Princess Leonore's military training also carries gender significance. Historically, military leadership roles were male-dominated. Seeing a young woman preparing for commander-in-chief symbolism challenges outdated stereotypes. She becomes a role model for young women across Spain and beyond. Her presence sends a clear message. Leadership is not defined by gender. This cultural impact adds depth to her journey and expands its global relevance. Emotional strength and public pressure. Training is not just physical. Emotional resilience is equally important. Princess Leonore trains under constant public attention. Every mistake, expression, and moment is analyzed. This psychological pressure is intense. Learning to maintain composure under scrutiny prepares her for future royal responsibilities. She must develop emotional control, media resilience, stress management, mental discipline. These qualities are critical for a monarch who must remain neutral and calm during national crises. Balancing education and military life. Leonore's training does not replace her academic education. Instead, it complements it. She continues studying subjects such as political systems, international relations, constitutional law, history, languages. This balance ensures she develops both intellectual and practical leadership skills. The combination of classroom knowledge and real-world discipline creates a well-rounded preparation process. Representing Spain through service. Every royal appearance during her training carries symbolic weight. When Leonore stands in formation, attends military ceremonies, or participates in official events, she represents national unity. Her presence communicates commitment to service and institutional respect. This symbolism strengthens the monarchy's connection to national identity. The media narrative of transformation. Media coverage of Leonore's training focuses heavily on transformation. Stories highlight her maturity, increased confidence, improved posture, leadership presence, professional demeanor. These narratives shape public perception. The world is watching her grow from princess to leader in training. This ongoing transformation keeps audiences engaged and emotionally invested. Chapter 14. The role of discipline in royal leadership. Discipline is one of the most important outcomes of military training. It teaches responsibility, time management, accountability, respect for authority, ethical conduct. These qualities align perfectly with the values expected of a constitutional monarch. Princess Leonore's discipline becomes part of her public identity. International comparisons and royal trends. Leonore's military training places her among a growing group of young European royals receiving similar preparation. Comparisons with other heirs highlight Spain's commitment to serious leadership training. This positions Leonore as part of a new generation of royals focused on responsibility rather than luxury. Public trust and institutional renewal. Spain's monarchy has faced credibility challenges in recent years. Princess Leonore's military journey contributes to rebuilding public trust. It signals transparency, seriousness, and commitment to reform. Her image becomes associated with renewal rather than controversy. This role is crucial for the monarchy's long-term survival. Cultural impact on Spanish youth. Young Spaniards see Leonore as a symbol of discipline and ambition. Her training inspires conversations about service, leadership, and responsibility. She becomes an aspirational figure rather than a distant royal. This cultural influence strengthens generational connections to the monarchy. The psychological growth of leadership. Military training accelerates personal development. Princess Leonor gained